Jake Paul was caught again promoting a scam, and someone's going to jail. Unfortunately, it's not Jake Paul.
Take it back!
However, it is a case we've done in the past. We called this way ahead of time, and I'm happy to say we're adding another name to the Hall of Shame. Scammers have been arrested after being exposed on Coffeezilla. So stay tuned for that. But first, we want to talk about Jake Paul promoting an NFT scam to fans, reportedly for $6.3 million. And look, I know, feels like Groundhog Day at this point, talking about Jake Paul and scams. I mean, if you want to describe Jake Paul to somebody, you say he's an influencer maybe first, and then you might, like, I was thinking about this, you'd have to say he's a scammer second, boxer third. He technically has scammed more times than he's boxed professionally in his life. So I don't know if he considers himself a professional boxer, but if he does, he's definitely a professional scammer more than he is that. So look, I get it. It's exhausting because we just keep catching him and he keeps getting away with it, sort of, right? Just to briefly go over it, we've talked about Stick Dicks, Bored Bunny, Apes in Space, Safe Moon, Yummy, MILF Coin, Sad Boys, all of these scams or rug pulls or some kind of worthless coin. And this is how I know it's getting to be too much for everybody. That last project, Sad Boys, isn't even real. I made it up on the spot, and probably 90% of you didn't notice because it's just as stupid as all the others. It just fits right in. So I guess I want to explain real quick, why are we covering this? Well, I know it's easy to get jaded about the fact that these people very rarely face consequences for their actions or scams. And that's why actually I want to cover it. I will cover Jake Paul. You know, if you're gonna promote scams, I will expose you until something happens. So until something happens, basically. I don't care what. Until he gets a slap on the wrist, something. We're going to keep covering it, even though I know we've been here before. So today, the scam we're talking about is Animoon. He was caught promoting this. It's a Pokemon knockoff. It's just like stealing money from people who are fans of Pokemon. Anyway, here's the promotion.
Animoon team, it's great to be a part of this project. I love the designs inspired by Pokemon, the whole 9 yards. Me, personally, I'm going to try to get a legendary during the public mint. But y'all better not miss this.
All right, so he says two things there that are really important. One, he's part of the project, which I think is really interesting. He's not saying I'm promoting it. He's saying I'm part of it. And two, he says it's inspired by Pokemon. Now, this project is inspired by Pokemon the way the new Ghostbusters is inspired by the old Ghostbusters. It's actually just a copy that's worse. Here's the NFTs in question, Animoon NFTs. They just recolored the starter Pokemon, okay? Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Pikachu. They actually added Supreme jerseys to these Pokemon. Others have visors or masks on. It just looks so stupid and childish. And you might naturally be wondering, who falls for this? You know, I know Jake Paul is like the sleaziest influencer promoter of all time. And so like, who is actually buying this? And that's where it gets interesting. Because one of the promises of this NFT, of the legendary NFTs, was that they were going to generate revenue every month, $2,500 every month. It says right here on their website, which has now been deleted, 15 cards are legendary cards that will be automatically generating $2,500 every month for life to their owners. Sort of a Yang Gang style UBI if you get this 15 out of like 10,000 card. And so you can see why people thought it was a good investment. After all, it only cost about $600 to mint each card. And if you got one of these legendaries, you were kind of set for life. $2,500 a month is no joke. And so you can see why a lot of people wanted to gamble and maybe try to figure out if they could find one, right? Get one by luck. It's sort of like a lottery ticket or something. Except, of course, this was a scam because the founders never went through with it. This is despite the fact they claim that they have a signed NDA with Pokemon. They say that here. They say they take a percentage of the royalties. But when people asked for proof, there was, of course, none, which just makes it even weirder when Jake Paul says they were inspired by Pokemon. And then the project claims, well, they're actually collaborating with Pokemon. And then Pokemon's has nothing to do with it. Make no mistake, this was a rug pull. They promised the world, they promised Pokemon partnerships, and it was all a lie. And it ended up raking in $6.3 million scammed from investors. So that's the story there. And at this point, you have to wonder, with such a legacy of promoting scam projects, at what point is someone going to step in and really kind of crack down on this? I know that's what I was thinking. And so it's what brought me to my second story today, which is of somebody who got arrested after thinking he could get away with it forever, because he had been getting away with it. You may remember this story. It's about OpenSea, which is an NFT trading platform. I know we're pivoting a bit, but it's all going to tie in together. So this is a story we did a little while ago about a guy named Nate Chastain, who was one of the executives at OpenSea. And because of insider knowledge that he had about these NFTs that they were going to launch, every time they launched an NFT, it would explode in value on one of their promotion pages. So Nate would end up insider trading on those NFTs before they hit the page, because he knew they were going to hit, and he made a lot of money this way. And he got away with it for a while. Well, right up until he didn't. This just in, the DOJ charges former OpenSea exec in an insider trading scheme. On the DOJ's website, they call this the first ever digital asset insider trading scheme. So we are making history here. And basically, Nate is charged with 1 count of wire fraud and 1 count of money laundering because of this, each of which carry a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison, meaning Nate could potentially face 40 years in prison because of this trading scheme. Now, of course, he probably won't get that, maybe get 5 or 10, but it sets a huge precedence for those who think they can just keep getting away with it. So that's why I want to welcome Nate to the Hall of Shame, which is a new segment that we're introducing here today. He's going to join Jay Mazzini, the other influencer who went to jail for these schemes. So can we just get a little moment of silence for these two? Rest in pieces, boys. So in conclusion, guys, I know it looks bleak. I know it looks like these guys just get away with scheme after scheme. But eventually, after catching you multiple times, eventually you may pay the price. So hats off to you, Nate, for joining the Hall of Shame. And that's basically it. I'll see you in the next one.